That's right. It's the tub night. It's the night where we do the tub stuff. My name is Eric Tublimian. I'm joined by the Tubminians. As always, Kyle's here.
What's up?
And Jeremy.
Yay!
We're all here. Even
helping.
Kuipers is here.
Whoop whoop.
I'm so... Oh, you're a whoop whoop boy.
Whoop whoop.
Are you... I bet that your face can't be detected by facial recognition software.
Let's test it out. Wait, you're a juggalo?
Yeah, he's a juggalo. That's their call.
Is
mating
that their call?
Woot woot.
That's a juggalo's mating call?
Well, it's just their call.
I thought that was just the sound of the police.
I thought it was the sound of
that's more
flipping
that's
paper
whoop,
bills
a whoop whoop
as they count them.
Woot woot is definitely a greeting for the juggalo family.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about counting money, Jeremy?
I thought that's how you know that they're ready to mate, when the juggalo counts money.
No.
That's
He
what I
does not
thought.
know what juggalos are.
I don't even know how that even makes sense with the word
Is
juggalo.
he's
I
thinking
was-
about gigolo.
I was
Oh.
trying to.
Oh,
Never
anyways.
mind.
Welcome to the TUBCAST, Jolver. Jake Wood, also a Welsh 24. A Welsh is asking, is the sky green, white, or neon yellow?
It depends on what planet you're on.
Or what the atmosphere is like? Is it
Or
stormy?
Mushrooms
Is it-
you've had.
Have you smoked salvia lately?
Mm.
No, I don't know what the color of the sky is. I haven't looked. I didn't.
I mean,
look.
if
It was
it's
black tonight when
If
I
it's
drove
green,
in.
you should run because that usually means there's a tornado coming.
If it's green,
Right?
it's no fun. So you better run.
You know, Eric,
I
I
should
know
mute
you're talking
my-
about smoking salvia, but there was
I wasn't really.
there, you did. You brought it up, but there was a health warning that came out from the federal government today. I don't know if you heard about it.
Don't smoke salvia.
No. It said that young people and pregnant women should not smoke pot. So
Young people. What
It's-
dignified?
Yeah,
Like what
define
Exactly.
what young
defines
people.
a young
I have
people?
no idea what they mean by that.
Under 18.
Probably.
Pregnant women.
Which
you
is
know,
weird because it's federally illegal.
They don't want
So-
pregnant women to smoke because they don't want them babies to get high. Because
Yeah.
that would be considered a
We're
young
so
person getting high. I'm just saying that's the loophole that they're
that's what it
they're
is.
protecting against.
Yeah.
There's that one. What's that one guy's name? Afro Man. That song about getting high. But we're not about that business here
no.
on the TUBCAST. Say no to drugs, kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unless
We're-
they're legal in your state, then I don't know what to say because I'm not a cop or your mom.
Yeah.
So I guess use
Yeah.
wisdom.
As Trump is to Puerto Rico, Minitub is to the internet.
What is Trump doing with Puerto Rico?
Oh, he said he's the best thing that's ever happened to them.
I don't necessarily know that that's true
He's
at
also-
all.
he's
he
also-
said that moments before the hurricane missed
And I
their
don't-
border.
He's
I don't-
also claiming that
sure.
Hurricane Dorian is going to be the biggest hurricane ever to hit Florida.
huge.
And I was like, cool, thanks. Speaking of that, it's all on the forefront of my mind. I'm a bucket of stress. I'm supposed to be taking my family on a vacation, leaving Sunday to Florida, and there's a death circle coming to
Woo!
it, so that's cool.
When's it supposed to hit? Monday?
I think it's supposed
Yeah.
to hit. Is it Monday or is it Sunday?
We're supposed to get in Sunday night, and it's supposed to hit Monday.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
And like it's supposed to maybe might make like
Might
the
make
very
land.
tip on the Miami maybe by.
But
by
you're not
Sunday, late
You're not
Sunday.
going into
Yeah.
Miami though, right?
No, we're going to Tampa for like a day and a half, and then going to Disney in Orlando.
Oh, you're
in the
totally
middle.
fine.
Yeah, but it looks like it's gonna affect all of it, and it's scary looking.
It'll be rainy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be like you're
Yeah.
in the water park all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm hoping that it kind of veers more to the north, and their predictions are wrong.
I mean, you could have had an earthquake. There was a 6.3 earthquake off the shores of Oregon today.
Where do you get your news?
The internet.
I did actually see that was trending
Oh,
Yeah.
on our transpiration
I'm just saying.
link that you have saved in our agenda. I did see that there was something about Oregon and an earthquake.
We
I
have
didn't
a
click
trending
on it.
thing in our
Fake
Jeremy.
news.
Wow.
There's a big link.
Click on it. It's at the very top.
That's what that's for? I just thought it was some
Click on
weird
it.
word that Eric made up.
Yes.
I mean,
that's
it
what
was a weird word that Eric made up, but there was a reason for it.
I just figured it was bold and blue just
takes you
because
right
Eric
to
was like, look at
Google's-
this word I made up.
No, I was a link to the Transpiration.
Wow, I'm really smart.
Jeez.
So we could
I-
find stories for this show.
Yeah. If you go to the real-time
That
search
would make
trends,
it so much easier.
Yeah.
Go to real-time search.
I mean,
man.
it doesn't always because there's
It's
a lot
usually
of football and
sports.
Oh
sports
my
that
goodness,
people
this
are
is
searching for.
stupid.
But
Yeah.
that's just because you can
Google
like
filter
change
out
it,
stupid.
filter it.
Yeah, filter out sports balls.
Look for entertainment or SciTech.
SciTech, yeah.
There you go. Jeremy's discovered a whole new world.
Hulu, Apple TV, Live Television, Roku Inc.
I did see that Hulu's got like a promotion this week that if you want to get the ad-based version for 6 months, you can get it for $2.99 a month.
It's a pretty good deal.
If you pick it by the 3rd, I believe.
Also,
which is like half the price of
Disney's
of the
doing
normal.
that thing. If you can buy 2 years of their service that comes out in November in advance and get the 3rd year for free. If you want to do that, it's expensive. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna do
pricey.
It. It's $140 for 3 years though, so that's really cheap, dirt cheap. Because you're
What's
getting
that break down to?
you're getting 33% off the normal cost, which the normal cost is $7 a month. So
What?
you're
Wait,
getting-
$7 a month for Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so you're.
But
getting,
does that include the
That's
like
not
if
the
you were
package
a
deal.
package deal? Okay.
No.
So that wouldn't include Hulu and whatnot.
No, but you would get that. You'd get it for 3 years for roughly what, like $4 something a month, technically.
I did the
It's very
7-day
tempting.
trial for CBS All Access this week.
So you could watch Star Trek.
Yes, exactly, which I did. And then I canceled it. But I will tell you, it kind of sucks because, well, they have 2 plans. Didn't realize that. But once you sign up for the cheaper of the 2 plans, you can't re-sign up during your 7-day trial. And the cheaper plan has like commercials like you're on normal like TV. Like every 15 minutes, there's 5 commercials.
Bummer.
And they're the same 5 commercials every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness, I totally forgot that that's what TV used to be like.
And no, TV was never like that. Never.
Well, they weren't always the
it
same.
was usually different commercials.
Yeah, throughout. Then you'd have the same
Yeah.
commercials in the next show you watched.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I feel like it was usually pretty spread out, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
You're used to your fancy Hulu with no ads.
Yeah. I see Jake Woods living in the past. We appreciate that you're watching old shows.
Why is he living in the past?
Because he likes to try to bring things back.
No, he's not. He's saying Jeremy is wrong. That's never gone away. We always
Yeah.
say
That's
that.
never gone away.
We always say that.
We always argue with you. And plus, Jake Wood's new. He doesn't know things from the past. We told him
Yeah.
to say that when you were gone like 2 weeks ago. Jake Wood's a new watcher.
I
Yeah.
know. He's been on
He's been
Discord,
active in
and you guys
Discord.
told him to give me a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm aware of this.
Well, then don't act like he went and dug up something old.
But no, he said he was watching old shows
Well,
in Discord
that doesn't
too.
mean that he
Oh my
found it
goodness.
there. We told him right out the gate.
You guys
Yeah.
suck.
We love you.
I think that the old term was Jeremy is a disappointment.
Yeah, that was
That's
the old
true.
one. See, this
Yeah.
is better. This is just that
We're
you're
just
wrong.
telling you that I don't know. I don't know if Jeremy would. I think Jeremy would rather be a disappointment than be considered wrong.
No, I'd rather be wrong than a disappointment, Kyle.
don't
You got
know.
me. You got me backwards. I don't know why you would think that.
I love.
I don't know. Just
You
all
can
the-
say I'm wrong all you want. That just means you're wrong. But if you
See?
say I'm a
See?
disappointment,
There you go.
but it's different because if you say I'm a disappointment, well, if you're disappointed in me, I can't fix that. But if you're wrong, I mean, if you just say if you're just wrong, that's fine because I don't have to fix you. if you're wrong.
Germantics. A Welsh 24 says, "Can I get a minute a tub T-shirt, but with the guy isn't in the tub? So he wants just a shirt with the tub.
Oh yeah, we totally
the
have. that.
guy's not. No, we don't.
Oh, not the
don't
tub.
have that.
No,
I
Come
on,
I read
man.
it backwards,
He wants.
where it was just the guy without the tub. Yes, we have a shirt that has our logo guy
yeah,
on it,
but he wants the guy out, so it's just like a tub. I see. We'll have to look into that. I'm not sure that's on brand. It might go against our brand and style guide.
That's true.
Um,
Because we are men in a tub.
yeah.
Yeah, that would just be a
That's-
tub.
man, what was
that
that?
sound?
Alexa,
It is.
be quiet. Anyways, Jeremy, I saw you ordered like 13 Alexas.
Yeah, I
last
did.
week.
I did. They were on sale. I don't know if they still are.
That
but
wasn't even the good sale price, though.
I know, but I got one on the really good sale price, like
Yeah.
$19.
Yeah.
But then, of course, that was my first one, so we should try it out.
It's a drug.
So then I've been waiting till it was a decent price again, so I got it for $29.99.
That's it. It's pretty
And
good.
picked up a couple so that as school's starting here, my daughters each have one in their room, so we can
That's
just yell
cool.
at Alexa to wake them up.
Yeah. Alexa,
So-
drop into the living room. Does
Oh,
that work?
See, no, because I don't have one called the living room.
Oh, you.
Now it's gonna tell you the other names.
No one
though.
can hear that, right?
Alexa, shut up. It doesn't really matter.
I like that you have this in here. We can talk to it.
Yeah.
We should put a microphone on Alexa. Kuipers.
Ask Alexa questions.
We do have an open port.
Alexa, what's men in a tub?
She goes,
Response from an Amazon customer about PrepWorks from Progressive Wash Basin.
I don't think anybody can hear this,
Unfortunately,
but
I don't know what you mean. I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't
Alexa,
think
be
here
quiet.
either.
No one can hear it, so this isn't bad. So I'm glad. I live that life too. Like I want the NSA to be able to hear what I'm saying in every room of my house.
Right?
That's what I live
Yeah.
an open life. It's clean living right there.
Yeah.
The government will hold you accountable.
Jake Wood says that his Alexa is going crazy right now.
Oh, sorry.
And Jolliver says that we triggered his too. Jeremy, look what you've done.
Let's try this.
Alexa, play my last thing I watched on YouTube.
No.
No.
That's not going to work.
I'm not sure.
Set yours off.
Alexa, stop.
Hey,
Oh,
Siri.
Remember when we all did that?
Hi, YouTube.
12 years ago?
No, wait. No, what is it? Hey, Google? What's the Google one?
Hey, Google.
Did you know you can
Google.
change?
Okay, Google.
Okay,
You
Google.
can change the Alexa one, but there's only like 4 options.
Mhm.
You can say, "Hey, computer,"
Which is stupid.
which is really dumb.
Hey, computer.
Yeah,
I
if you're
forgot
gonna
what the
say
other
if you're
ones
gonna
are.
say computer, just say computer, right?
I'm gonna look.
Like on Star Trek.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, can we circle back for just a moment? How
Sure.
was the new Star Trek? I still have yet to
Which
go through
which
and
new one? Because
I mean,
Picard's not
Discovery.
out until next year.
Discovery. It's the only one that's
yeah,
out.
Discovery.
The one that
you
I'm assuming
know.
you watched.
So you know what it's? Do you know the premise, right?
Yes, it's set before the original series.
Yes, but with Spock still in it.
Well, in season 2, I heard.
He correct, but he's alluded to in season 1 as well.
Sure. The question I
So
asked
it's like
was,
Spock adjacent, and the difference is all the other Star Treks you really focused around the captain. That was your primary lead
Right.
character.
right?
This one, that's not
No,
the case.
and I understand that because it's been out for 2 years. I was just asking how it is, what you thought of it. Did you like it?
I mean, it was Star Trek, so yeah, I liked it.
Okay, great. That's all I wanted
Yeah.
to know. I didn't mean to derail us for as long as I have. Eric, you look completely
hey. How's...
annoyed with that conversation.
Star
I know.
Trek.
That's why I didn't want to veer off that long.
Oh, no, continue. It's great.
I'm totally okay with it.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Alexa, turn off the lights.
Yeah, we
That
don't-
was for
we don't-
Jake Wood.
That's good. That is the next step. We're going to replace the lights in the kids' rooms, so when they don't turn the lights off, I can do it for them.
Alexa, add 6 gallons of lube to my shopping cart.
Oh, no.
I don't know that.
I don't know that, she says.
Alexa,
just a
add
barrel.
beef jerky to my shopping cart.
This is terrible.
I've added a choice for beef jerky to Amazon cart.
I'm glad that it's.
We got to start thinking about that
man.
menu for Extra Life. That's coming up.
Oh,
So,
true. Alexa, add sexy lingerie to my shopping cart.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I hope that worked.
Alexa, add hard salami to my shopping cart.
Hard salami.
Oh, no. So let's see what brands we got here. We got Jack Link's Beef Jerky Original half-pound bag. Flavorful Meat by Jack Link's.
Oh,
Jake Wood is upset because he says I'm 13.
this is all Jeremy's fault. Jeremy is a disappointment.
It's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
You bought one of those machines that listens and you just triggered everybody's stuff.
Now,
This tells everyone they need to change it to computer because no one says, "Hey, computer."
Jolliver says, as a sponsor, I am banning the words Google and Google and Alexa.
all right, Noah. We'll be careful not to do that. That's good. We can move on from Alexa. We won't talk about Alexa. Jeremy, how's life going? It's good to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
I hear you're getting old.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting old.
From Jeremy. Man in a tub should stop saying my name.
Okay.
Alexa wants you to stop saying her name.
No one can hear this.
I can
it's
hear
not,
it.
It's
It's
not
cool to
the
me.
I mean,
joke doesn't
We
play.
can't hear it in
know.
our headphones, so they might be able to hear it faintly.
I don't think we're hearing it
I don't
in
know
our
if
headphones.
they can or
I think
not.
we're hearing it through our headphones.
But Jakewood's changing his now.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, my wife's been, I told you guys I hit 40 a little while ago.
Uh-oh. Did you get a camera in your butt?
No.
Oh.
But my
That's
wife's
next
been on
week.
my case because I haven't had a primary doctor for years.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why? I just go to the doctor a couple times a year and they give me some pills because I got sniffles or something. Who cares, right? Well, so I've been shopping for a new doctor, which I guess they don't like that when you say that, or at least they look at you weird when you say you're shopping for a doctor. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, maybe they think I'm just trying to get pills. Because the very next thing they had me sign was a opioid pill thing that said I wouldn't go to more than one doctor to get opioids. I was like, oh, maybe. But no, so I'm getting checked out tomorrow for arthritis in my hands
Uh-oh.
and a cholesterol check. Man, they do all kinds of
no.
things. And hypertension.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, it's terrible. I mean, the cholesterol thing, that's just a check, but the hypertension they're a little worried about, which, if you don't know what that is, it's high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really high, like 162 over 94, which normal is 120 over 60.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess I'm going to die sometime.
I never wonder. I always wonder if those are accurate readings because I feel like there's like that elevated stress of being in a
there
doctor's
absolutely
office.
is.
So
My
I'm
doctor
like-
told me I have white coat
So
hypertension.
here's what they do for that, because they can't actually diagnose you with hypertension on a single test. They said they have to do multiples. They had me buy a electronic blood pressure cuff,
Oh, wow.
and it connects to my phone, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to take the test once or take it
The problem
once or
with
twice a
that
day for a
is I
week,
would
and then I
still
have to
get-
report it to
I
them.
would still get stressed out taking
Just
my
because
own.
I know, right?
Because I would
But-
be like, oh no, it's going to be high. I'm going to die. And then it would like ramp up right before I took it.
Let me take
So-
a look, because I took it when I got home.
we should all just play around with
Okay,
that.
no, I don't want to do
No,
it.
because it's in my name, so they're going to be like, why is his blood pressure all over the place? No, so what I was going to...
So you mean it's not like the old grocery store one that you'd stick your arm in as a kid?
So I told you, no. So,
Okay.
So
Mommy,
it was...
it's hugging my arm.
It was 162 over 94 when I was there. And the nurse, when she took it, she's like, oh, that's not good. And I was like, what? And she's like, you have really high blood pressure. So then it came back. So when I got home and I took it at home, it was 129 over 89. So that sounds better, but still bad.
Yeah.
You need to stop eating those hamburgers with eggs and bacon.
Yeah, then he asked me
and-
what I had for lunch. And I said Chinese food. And he goes, oh, yeah, it's too much sodium,
Yeah.
which causes high blood pressure. So.
I need to back off on sodium. I'm getting older.
Okay.
Anyway,
This-
yeah.
this-
so
this
I've been really
podcast is
depressed.
getting very
depressing us
depressing.
all.
I'm just saying I was really depressed this week because
Kyle, what have you been doing?
no, but I did something
Oh, okay.
else.
Okay.
I
sorry.
played a video game.
Oh, what'd you play?
Wreckfest.
Wreck
On
Fast?
Wreckfest.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. That's
Brexit.
right. I like it a lot. It has some similarities to Forza from the way the car feels when you're driving it. But the fact that I tend to drive Forza like the way this game, Wreckfest, is designed, because I play Forza to try to wreck other cars in the races, and that's actually part of this game. So I'm thoroughly enjoying that aspect of it.
Nice.
So
It looks
anyway,
cool. I would like
check
to
it out
try
if you want to. It just came out this week.
On console. It's
On
been out on
console,
PC for a
correct.
while, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although playing with a keyboard and mouse just feels...
You'd have to hook up a controller,
would
I
have
think,
to,
or
yeah.
even better, a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Do it for real.
With the foot pedals and everything?
Yeah. Kyle,
Yeah.
what have you been doing?
Not a whole lot. I dusted off the disc for No Man's Sky when the new update came out.
You
a
should
couple
put that
weeks
in
ago.
a case so it doesn't get dusty.
No, it wasn't. I dusted off the case
Oh, you said the
and then
disc.
opened up. Well, I meant the case.
I was just saying.
Pop the disc out of the case and put it into the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
It's
Oh
still
yeah,
fun.
because you play that on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's where it first launched. So
I play it on PC.
yeah, I've been playing it. It's still fun. The only thing I have not figured out with the new version is that base building now requires you to manage your power, which seems like a bit of a headache to try and learn when you're already in the middle. Like, I didn't restart my game because everything looked like it was still kind of intact. They didn't wipe the servers the same way that they had with Next and with a couple of previous updates. So I didn't go through and start a new one, and there's power, and I'd seen in the Reddit for it that there's just like a whole bunch of wires going everywhere for everything. So it's crazy. I don't know.
Thank you for subbing.
Jeremy. Ow.
That is really loud. Sorry.
That hurt my ears.
Congratulations, Jeremy subbed to the show.
Hey,
I
it
refuse.
helps make all of this possible.
Thank you for subbing.
Thank you for subbing.
You should totally
Yeah.
change it to a low, deep voice like that.
Thank you for subbing. It already
Yeah,
is a
it
low deep
is.
voice like that. That's the voice that it did.
Can you get rid of the ding? Maybe that's the problem.
That was really loud though. So no, what did this? They added a bunch of stuff, right? They added the VR.
Yeah,
They
they added the VR.
more
they-
multiplayer.
more
stuff.
multiplayer stuff. So there's like in the I can't remember what it's called. It used to be the orb that you'd go to, and there was just like two guys, and they'd send you out on Atlas missions. Now they have a whole new setup in there that allows you to be on the same server basically as, like, I think it's up to 16 people, kind of like Destiny's hub when you go back and you can see other players, and you can actually see them. They're not just like floating dots.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pretty cool things that they've added into it, and they've just added a lot of like polish and kind of just updated things. So it just feels like it's a more fleshed out version of even what Next was.
Oh.
So
So this is pretty good though.
yeah, I mean, it feels like going home, even though there's a lot of changes that have happened, and there's more things like being able to ride animals. You can, if you kill animals, it gives you like meat that you can then cook and turn into like bait or other things to try and lure other
Interesting.
beasts and whatnot. So
You could make like a nice little apartment
yeah, you can.
and live there.
Yeah, and I'm trying to go through because I never got to the point where I was able to build myself a like a land vehicle, and I'm trying to get to that point, and it just seems like it's taking me a while with some of those missions that your specialists send you out on. But
overall, it's a good update.
yeah, it's a good update. I'd be interested. I've heard really good things about the VR version of it. So if you have that, it sounds like it's pretty cool.
Cool. I might check that out sometime. I have it on PC as well, but I have my only VR headset I have is on PSVR, so I'm out of luck in that front.
You didn't buy the game on PlayStation originally?
No.
I thought you did.
Nope.
Huh.
I did not. I
They
bought
had a
it.
free demo, I think, at one point on it.
I bought it on the PC. Anything else, Kyle?
Yeah, I started. I know it came out a couple months ago, but I finally started the final Marvel series, Jessica Jones,
Oh, on Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I think we're about halfway through it, and hit a point where I'm like, yep, this is about where you get to the point where you're like, I could see an end game coming in another episode or two, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
know they're going to drag it out for 5 more episodes.
So it's stuck to
So
the
it's
normal
like,
formula.
It's stuck to the normal formula, even though it's been good. I've enjoyed this season.
But you can see it coming.
But yeah, it's like oh, there was a clear-cut path that they could have used to make this a really good story that was shorter, and it seemed to be the downfall. So I don't know. I saw another article today that the guy that had what's his name? He'd played Kingpin in the Daredevil series. Seemed to indicate that he hopes that they would be able to keep the same cast by moving some of that stuff over to Disney Plus, since Disney's got the rights again. But I don't know. We'll see.
Where's he even getting that information? He's just speculating himself. Like,
Yeah, I think somebody
with Jessica Jones or with Daredevil.
Well, I think with that whole Netflix,
That whole verse.
yeah, I think he was just saying, now that they have the rights, it was probably something that was
I doubt they will.
in the course of an interview. He'd said, I think they could do a lot of really good things, but it would be.
Yeah.
I think he was just kind of saying, if they want to keep everything intact, I'm more than willing to come back.
Oh,
So
well, that's not.
Yeah, they're
much
not
of
doing
a-
it. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
right, but you never know. I mean, I think that there was a lot of I think that a lot of people liked those series at their core. I think there just were issues with the length and how they were fully put together, and I think in Disney's hands they would clean that up. So
You have to let me know what you think of the last 2 episodes when you get there, because
Will do.
I have opinions that I won't share because
Cool.
you haven't seen them.
you have opinions?
I know
Weird.
it's crazy.
Never.
Speaking of TV, I started up this new season of Preacher, and I got
Oh, man.
about halfway through it, and I just went boop, and then I said remove from my queue.
Just wasn't working for you.
Yeah.
I still don't think I've watched any of the 3rd season.
I
It's sitting on my
The
DVR.
3rd season was such a slog, and I watched it, and it was not good, or it was just not enjoyable for me. I just didn't like it. There's a tone to that show that is not very palatable. It's just kind of weird, and I don't know how to explain the feeling I have while watching it. I just don't like it most of the time. And the first season was really good.
The first
and
season was
then-
fantastic.
And then I don't know if it's fantastic, but I'm not going to go that far. But
That's like Kyle's go-to. I really liked it.
no,
turn.
I'm just
No,
saying
I
that
mean-
I don't feel that way. Kyle can feel that way.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree with
I
that.
think-
I think it was a good. It just kept going downhill every season after
yeah,
that.
I
and-
agree. The
and
second
so-
season was very.
So I gave up on
Oh,
that.
okay.
I watched Mindhunter season 2. I mentioned that last week that I started it, finished it this week. It's really great. So check that out if
Still
you
need to
like
get to that one.
murdery things. Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing Fire Emblem. Guess what?
Still?
Fire Emblem 3 Houses, baby. Golden Deer.
How many hours now?
I'm getting close to 60 hours into it. Finally hit that time jump. So I'm 5 years in the future now. That's cool. Yeah.
Does that mean your students are of age now or something?
They're all legal.
So the story really changes, is what
No.
you're saying.
Tea.
Lunch breaks are totally different now.
It's tea,
Sorry,
Jeremy.
tea.
What kind of person do you think I am having coffee with my students? No, that game is still stuck with me. I haven't had a lot of time the last couple weeks to play it, but I've been playing it still. That's the only thing I really play regularly, and I don't really have much more to say about it other than, hey, that's a game. After the time jump, I think I expected maybe some of it to change more dramatically than it did, and it that kind of let me down because it didn't change as much as I thought. But it's still one of those things where I want to see it through. I like the characters. I want to see where it goes. The one thing, Kuipers, I was going to ask you about this because have you been playing it still a little or not?
Yeah,
really?
I'm like a month. I believe I'm like a month away from the time skip. Or
So you're like
2
in
months.
January.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the one thing, I don't know. It feels special, but I think that at some point, like after I got once I realized that the gameplay wasn't going to change too much, I did get a little discouraged. I was just like, okay, I feel like I've done this so many times now that I'm like, it maybe is
it feeling repetitive now?
overstayed its welcome just a little bit. Like,
There is a bit of the fatigue of the game,
Yeah.
I feel like. Because like I've kind of been actually reaching that point about myself too, where like the main motivator has kind of been I gotta see what happens post time skip.
yeah, and the story is interesting. The one thing I was gonna ask you: Are you playing with permadeath on, or are you playing casual?
I'm playing casual.
Okay, so
like,
am I. The thing I wondered is like that game, like who's left? Because like I've played on casual, and like all of my roster has died at one point or another in a battle. And like if I was playing it on the normal mode, like I'm trying to figure out like who would be like, would my game just end like once the house all died?
Probably.
Well, I mean, you could always just try to like restarting the battles basically from the beginning.
So that's pretty much what you'd have to do.
Yeah,
is
you have
just
to like
restart.
play super conservatively, keep your healers close enough, or have everyone be able to heal to some extent, and play a whole lot more cautiously.
Yeah, because that would just because it doesn't. Because I was like, the game. I think in my head I thought, well, this could be really interesting because if these characters died, then how would the story progress? And then I'm like, oh wait, it probably just wouldn't progress. Like you'd just be game over and have to start the.
Depending on how many characters died, yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Anyways,
So with the fatigue that you are seeing,
I'll still
do you
finish
think?
it. I think.
Well, sure. I guess what I was going to ask is it still? I mean, is it in contention for like a top 10 of the year list?
Wow, we are getting close enough to that time.
I
of
mean,
year to
we're-
bring it up, aren't we?
I mean, I'm just
Aren't
curious
we?
because I mean, for as much as
Yeah,
as
I
you've-
would say right now it definitely is. The
Okay.
Game, I think.
And it's
I
got potentially 2 votes, Kyle.
I think that the reason that the only thing that it kind of got nicked for is I was looking forward to a bigger change after the time jump, and I think the change, it didn't change the way I kind of had hoped, but the story progresses in such an interesting way that that's keeping me on board. So I don't think it's
Gotcha.
gonna. I don't think it's knocking it out yet. It probably might depend on how it ends.
Okay.
but I don't know.
I was
But you're
curious 'cause,
committed
I mean,
Yeah,
finish
I don't
it.
think I have.
I mean, I
that
guess
much
at this
more to
point
do.
there's probably not been. I mean, your list probably has a lot of games that will fall off once some of these fall games actually
Maybe.
hit.
Speaking of, you gonna finish that before breaking out Control?
Well, like I said
Or
earlier,
did you get it?
since I'm going out of town for like a week and a half, I'm not gonna be able to play Control while I'm gone. So it's like I don't know if I'm gonna get it, and if I get it, I'll only be able to play it for a couple days, like this weekend. So I might do that. I might play it tomorrow.
I've heard some amazing.
It sounds like it's really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, it looks really cool. The telepathy, topography.
It's tilapia. It's totally
tilapia.
Tilapia.
Yeah.
Get that tilapia.
You have to make sure you season it well. though.
Yeah, no, that it looks really fun. I want to check it out. The other thing is, Astral Chain comes out tomorrow too on Switch, which that's a platinum game that looks really cool too.
Astral Chain.
And
A new game.
so I don't know. There's a lot of stuff.
Who's the
coming
developer
out.
of that?
Platinum Games.
Oh, Platinum Games.
They did like Bayonetta and Nier Automata and stuff
Metal
like that.
Gear Rising, Revengeance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it that looks really cool. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I want to check out Control. I think it's good. There's so many great games coming out, and it's that time of year. So yeehaw.
Yeah, it's definitely that time of year. Well, shoot, I mean, we're like a week away, or a little over a week away from Gears 5, which is supposed to be available if you've got Game Pass. I think
Freebie.
a couple days early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I played the
if
beta
you've
for
got the
that,
premium.
and it felt really good.
Does it feel like more of the same though? Because the last 2 Gears felt.
Nah, we'll go.
Like-
I wouldn't say the last 2, because Gears 4 was complete.
Well,
or the
Gears 4 was good.
The last Gears was completely different than, because it was Judgment was the one before 4, and that was
Oh,
not.
yeah, you're
that was
right.
a really terrible game, or not terrible, but it was just very milk toast and kind of boring. But no, I from what I played of it, it seems like more of 4, but you can tell they're adding stuff to it that is just, it seems more polished. I haven't.
It's coming out at the right time because it's still early for fall games.
Yeah.
And since it'll be free with Game Pass.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. I want to see, if if anybody has any good solutions for avoiding a hurricane when you're potentially flying directly into it, I would really appreciate that in the chat.
I think
if you
the-
guys
Fairly
They
sure
don't.
the plane won't fly into it.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
Pretty
it will.
sure.
I think I plan on it doing that. So
Oh.
I just
no,
need
you'll get
tips.
stuck in. Where's your layover?
St. Louis.
That's where you're getting stuck.
I'll spend my
St.
vacation
Louis.
in St. Louis.
You can see the
The
that's where the
arch.
arch is, right?
No,
Yeah.
isn't it just one arch? Is
Yeah,
there
the,
multiple?
there's
the
just one
arch.
arch.
Yeah.
Correct. Half of
The-
McDonald's.
like
the
sad
multiple arches
McDonald's.
is McDonald's.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So yeah, but if anybody's got any plans, like, should I see if I can check water, like all the crazy people in Florida who are? I was just gonna see if I can board the plane with like a case of water and a can of gas.
So you can't. But
I
here's
don't
what
think
the
you
gas
can.
is definitely a no. Here's what you
Really?
do for the water.
I
though.
can't bring a tank
No.
of gas onto an
But
airplane.
The water, you could
Whoa!
you should probably be fine with the water as long as you bring an empty bag with you through TSA and then buy all the water at the airport.
Oh, then you can bring it
Then
on.
you could totally bring it on.
It would only
That's
cost me like
true.
$4,500
Yeah.
to get that much water.
You can only bring 1,000 liters of 1,000
liters.
Ounces?
milliliters
I was gonna
of
say.
1,000 milliliters of alcohol. So I don't know if you're limited to that for other liquids as well, but
1,000 liters of
Milliliters.
of alcohol. No, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed.
which
but-
could be like gas if you got the right alcohol. I mean,
Hmm.
you could. So maybe you could get a buy with it.
Kuipers, it says in the agenda that you saw the captain. Is that
Yeah,
Captain
Miss-
Crunch?
I thought Morgan.
Oh, see, I thought Crunch too.
See, actually wrong on both all
America?
accounts. Yes.
Ew.
I actually
I'm just kidding.
so driving home from work today, I was driving and then I just looked to my left and I see Captain America riding on a motorcycle. Like
Did you happen to catch what plates they had?
I didn't,
Okay.
but I did slap myself in the face to make sure I wasn't like just daydreaming or
That
something.
would have been funny to see.
So like I was like, wait, because this guy like there was someone driving that had like legit like full Captain America cosplay on, like not just one of those like tacky leather jackets at the it's
Right.
inspired by the costume. Like
Did
no,
you try to ram into him to get his autograph?
no.
You
I
should have
also
ran him
didn't
off
grab
the
my
road.
phone out to take a picture because it was the interstate.
It's
Yeah,
funny
well,
that you mentioned that
Try
though,
for
because
the best.
I had somebody tag a video on my Facebook wall this week with a video of a guy on a motorcycle in full Captain America gear, and he like drove up to the side of this van because they're on the interstate, like in the middle of nowhere, and hands him a business card, and it said Captain Colorado. And on the back, it had like his contact information or whatever, because he's like a professional cosplayer or whatnot, which made me wonder if that might have been
It
the
very
same
well
type
could
of
have been
thing,
him, 'cause,
or that guy.
Because the helmet was like looked like Captain America's mask,
Right.
and like he had the actual metal shield as well too. It looked like.
I've seen the
So-
It's
helmets
probably
where they
Jerry
look like
Price.
the Predator head. Has anyone seen those?
What?
Oh,
The motorcycle
the-
helmet that looks like a Predator head. You know,
I have
from
not.
Alien versus Predator.
Or just
Or
from
just
Predator?
or yeah. Anyway, I was just making sure you knew what I was talking about, not like what kind of predator, like a lion. Anyway,
Yeah, I figured it was a lion
yeah,
helmet.
No,
I think you probably saw Jerry Price.
You think I
Kuipers.
saw Jerry
That's-
Price?
Yeah.
there you go.
I think so. He's the. You should have got his card, and we could have called him. All right, let's do some news things. We're gonna go into our first story here. This first story comes from TheVerge.com. The Verge.
The Everge.
Excuse me. It says TSA bans Star Wars Coke bottles from flights because they look like bombs. Good to know.
This is interesting because it
Yeah,
ties
I'm
into
go-
Florida.
I'm gonna be boarding the airplane with a lightsaber. I know that. That's gonna be cool when I come home. Nerd alert.
Nerd.
Yeah, well, apparently these little Coke and Sprite and Dasani bottles that you can get as
Dasani doesn't look like a bomb.
Yeah,
well, it doesn't. You're right.
I think
it's
Dasani's
the other
gonna be
ones.
okay.
Dasani's probably all right, but they've got several of these drinks that are going to be at the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. That they are saying that even if you take the lid off, they are not allowing on the plane because it looks like bombs. imaginary bombs, but it's because I think that they were designed to look kind of like the thermal detonators in Star Wars, and so the airports in Florida are saying, yeah, no, you can't bring those.
No
with
bomb for you.
But they're not. The picture we have is they're in some foreign language. So do they have them in?
That's not
Are
a
they
foreign
a-
language. That's a
That's-
Star
that's a
Wars
Star Wars-
language.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because these are these
I
are
thought
these
they
are
were
like
Middle Eastern or something.
special. No, they're like specially made for the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge
Yeah.
portion of Disney World or
Wars.
Disneyland. So, it's crazy. They are saying replica or inert explosives aren't allowed in either carry-ons or checked bags. Because someone tweeted a picture of them at Ask TSA.
I bet you could probably still get through it though, because I don't know, replica bomb. It doesn't really look that much like a bomb.
I don't see where that looks like a bomb in general. It looks like a round
It looks
Coke
like a
bottle.
grenade. It looks like a grenade. That's what they're
Does
saying.
it?
Yes.
Because
It looks like a traditional, like a cartoon bomb. Like it has that like round shape.
cartoon. That's the point.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like that. If someone saw that, that looks kind of like an iconic bomb. Like, okay,
Yeah, but it also has some of the iconic Coca-Cola shape to it
it's
and
a Coke
color.
bomb.
That just means everyone's gonna get some Coca-Cola.
Maybe it's people like Jeremy who are like, that looks Middle Eastern to me. I bet that's a terrorist bomb.
Yeah, that's
Because that's what you just said like a minute ago.
the language on it looked that way.
I
There's a
know,
big
but it
difference.
doesn't.
What do you mean that's a big difference? That's just what he said.
That looks like the Taliban made a bomb out of a Coke can.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yep.
You ain't getting on my airplane, not here.
That's the same
how.
thing. That's amazing.
No, I people are stupid, right? What can we
That's
say?
exactly
Like,
what that's the point to be made here. People are stupid.
we know this.
So Eric, don't try to bring any of these
I'm
home.
gonna do it. I'm gonna document it, and then I'll be that.
Please try.
And then I'll be that person that gets drug off the plane, kicking and screaming, and you guys can watch that video. And it'll
Remember,
be me.
all they do at the TSA with your water bottles or your Coke bomb bottles is they throw it in the trash can right next to them because it might be a bomb.
But first they
The
take a
smartest place ever to put
But
it.
first they take a picture of it and put it on their Instagram.
That's true.
That's a great Instagram follow, by the way. The TSA, they have some crazy stuff people try to get through.
That's that'll make a great return of Viaria video there.
It's comeback. Don't call it a comeback though.
Because it's not a comeback.
All right, the takeout.com says analysts are reporting that Popeye's chicken sandwiches appreciate in value on secondary market. I already am going to call bull crap on this because I saw a photo of two dudes with sacks full of these things and they couldn't sell one of them. But let's hear the rest of the story.
Are they really that good?
Well, I mean, it
Supposedly.
doesn't. Yeah, supposedly.
Well,
I don't know. I can't get a hold of one. They're sold out.
Yeah, we could have got one on Sunday, Kyle.
I don't think so. My wife sat in line for like 15 minutes on Monday.
On Sunday, though, the day earlier when I
you're
tried
right.
to get you to go, but you were scared.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yo,
just
what's up,
chicken on
Solar
bread?
Liquid?
It's chicken on bread. That's what a chicken
Yeah, it's a
sandwich
chicken
is,
sandwich,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
What's making it such a big deal? I don't. That's what I'm trying
It's
to understand.
supposed to be
Everyone's
good.
saying that it's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be the best
You
chicken
can-
sandwich.
You can get it's crispy chicken with pickles, and you get with mayo or Cajun sauce of some sort. One of you choose on a
Yeah.
bun, brioche bun. Okay, it's brioche.
Yeah.
Good.
Supposed to be a big deal.
I mean, their Cajun chicken's pretty darn good, except for how greasy it is.
Yeah, oh, like the spicy chicken.
Yeah, the spicy chicken, so good taste-wise.
They
Yeah.
they have reportedly run out of a 7-week inventory in just 2 weeks.
It's insane.
Um,
And it's so crazy because it's like their marketing for this worked like so brilliantly that it's like a marketer's wet dream, and then that backfired on them because now they had to pull it from the menu, which
Right.
is just nuts. Like,
Well, and the crazy thing was, like on Monday, my wife went through the drive-through to try and pick some up, and I guess she saw the signs that said that they were out. She gets up to the front, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't really hardly have anything right now." Like they didn't even have
Well, that's
regular
great.
chicken and
That
stuff.
means people are going, I still want your chicken.
I guess, but I mean, if you sit in line for like 15 15, 20 minutes waiting to get through, and
I say they treat this like the McRib. They bring it back like once a year while supplies last, and people just go nuts over it every time.
maybe. I don't know.
Or am I the only one who does that with McRib?
I went
I
back
know
to the
there are
McRib
some.
once, and I was like, "Oh, this is like a dog treat."
And
or
you're like,
something.
oh, it's not as good as
This is
I
disgusting,
thought it was.
and I never bought one again.
There you go.
But
You got to get no onions, no pickles, because
pickles are the best part.
Pickles are great.
I'd rather just have a McRib with hold the onion, hold the McRib, and just eat the
Give me a
pickles
pickle
on-
sandwich.
Like,
Do you want the barbecue sauce?
Covered in
sure,
barbecue
sauce and pickles. would be-
Barbecue pickled
On
sandwich.
a hoagie bun.
I would eat that over the McRib.
Me too. That
That's
sounds
funny.
delicious.
Well, that's the whole point of the McRib, right? Is I think the only reason they sell so well of it is because it's not
rare,
always it's
yeah.
rare. That's the whole point. Yeah.
I can see why they do that, but if it's going to cause this much chaos, it would almost be better for them just to like always have it and wait
Yeah.
for the storm to kind of subside. But I don't know. It's just crazy how the fervor, because here the real
Would they
the-
run out of buns or mayo?
Chicken.
Like they have
The chicken.
Well, no, this is a chicken. They don't have. It's a special.
That's what they
yeah.
make is chicken.
What do you,
Well, yeah,
you
but-
think they're pulling the breast off the bone and deep frying that for a chicken sandwich? No, they get that all pre-brought in the freezer, and they're not gonna go make it like. Unless you get like a bony chicken sandwich, which would be awful. Just a chicken breast with the bone still.
yeah.
That's true.
But the whole thing started because they were on Twitter. Popeye's account was like going at Chick-fil-A's account, trying to say, "Hey, we got a better chicken sandwich," and so then all the Chick-fil-A people out there are like determined to prove them wrong, going to Popeye's to buy the
And
sandwich
they're
to
like,
try it.
oh, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and then yeah. I still think that this is a missed opportunity for KFC and their popcorn chicken mac and cheese bowl.
That's true.
Get on this, KFC.
Because-
It's time to seize the opportunity here.
Yeah.
They've got
announced
that.
and
They've got
it's-
that. Don't they have that sandwich?
That's the
that's
yeah,
made
that's
of
way,
two
That's not.
chicken
That's not the
patties?
thing though. Right
It's
now.
not two chicken.
I know.
Oh, you're talking about
He's
the
talking
double
about
down
the
sandwich.
double down.
Yeah.
With
I was going to say I think they have the one. They might have a chicken
So their
sandwich
mac and
that's
cheese
got
is
like
good,
a couple
huh?
of
well, no, I don't know if it is. I'm just saying
Oh.
that like
Chick-fil-A's is.
KFC has this new mac and cheese bowl that's like mac and cheese with popcorn chicken in it and just shredded cheese on top of that. So
Yeah. I had the new
sounds-
Chick-fil-A.
It'll be great. Your
mac and
doctor.
cheese.
I bet your doctor will approve that. Jeremy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. The
sure.
Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. I tried
It's
that.
good.
It is very good. It's like
It's good.
It's like homemade in the best possible way because it's kind of got
Yeah.
that sharper cheese taste.
Well,
to
and
it,
it's almost like it's they had a tray that they baked and then they just scoop it in.
yeah. It's
so
got
you've
the
got
cheese
that
on
layer
top
of
and,
yeah.
it is good.
It's good.
Carbs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
carbs are life.
Yes.
If you want to die early, there's
And happy.
But you would enjoy. But you would enjoy the time you had.
yeah,
That's important.
that's true. So I guess if you get a Popeye's chicken
Yeah,
sandwich,
I guess
you can sell
I mean
it.
there are people that have been saying that they are trying to pay $100 for the privilege of enjoying one. I don't know if this is
gonna be
necessarily
cold.
accurate right now.
That's not going to be a good
The
sandwich.
mayo
Right.
is going to be like rancid.
right.
Like who you're gonna buy it out of a refrigerator or something? Like that's not.
I
it's-
guess.
you want a hot chicken sandwich. Nobody wants a cold chicken sandwich. Like
And how much disposable income do you have that you're willing to pay $100 for a chicken
But I mean,
sandwich?
think about that. Who went out and bought like, hey, let me get 15 sandwiches, please?
Dude, if you get
I'm
in
only gonna
line
eat
and they
one
say
of
have
them.
it, they have it, you're buying 15 sandwiches.
why?
Why?
I'm buying one. Or
I'm
maybe
sorry, that's
Yeah.
White Castle. Never
I'm
mind.
buying however many I
Ew.
need for eating. Like one for me and
And
two
one for later.
Two if I've got my wife with me.
And if they're good, one for later, right?
Well, no, because then it's gonna be not
The same.
fresh.
Okay.
Next story comes from NBCNews.com. It says Jeremy's are embracing our video games
wow.
for some that means stardom.
Really?
Oh, I'm sorry. Old people are embracing video games. For some that means stardom. And so
Yeah.
I'm assuming old folks are streaming. I've heard of this.
It's true.
The old guy that does the streaming.
There's a guy who plays PUBG that's like in his 80s or whatever and has hundreds of thousands of followers.
I've heard of this Audrey Buchanan, who's 88. She played
The lady?
3,500 hours of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
which is just
and
she's my hero.
She streams it too, or no? She doesn't, because
I
that's
think
on
it's the
3DS.
old dude that does.
Yeah.
He's good at it too. Like,
Oh yeah, he's really
pretty
good,
at
and he
it.
like commentates on it as well. It's actually kind of fun to watch.
3,500 hours of any game just sounds
That's what Jeremy's got into PUBG,
Yeah.
I think, right?
Oh, probably at least.
really.
Let's go bring up your Steam
Man.
profile and look.
I don't know if it would. Jeez. Would it say? Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
You know how to
Anyways,
do
go
that.
ahead.
No, so the lady with Animal Crossing, like, she's yeah, the amount of hours is pretty crazy. But she's like, I love how she talks about it too. She's like, I think of the animals as my grandkids. You know, stuff like that.
Aw, that's so
Yeah,
sweet.
it's
I
so
love this
sweet.
lady.
But no, what they're saying is it's actually, you know, we have like video games are terrible because they make people shoot up schools, right? But this is one of the, I thought, hey, I feel old. Maybe this is a good one. But they're saying they're doing a bunch of studies where they're saying that roughly 30 some odd, it was like 30 something %. It's in the article of people over the age of 60 play video games, and that.
For the record, Jeremy, you have 769 hours on
Oh,
record
that's it?
of PUBG. Yeah.
Only 769.
Yeah.
I
That's
wonder
why I
if-
was saying 3,500 hours is
that is really insane. That is insane.
Given how much I know you love and play
Yeah.
PUBG, and you don't even have 1,000.
But
Sorry,
hours in it.
that's Will. He's 66. It's Grandpa Gaming. If you're interested, I think it's worth watching.
But I know like Dota players and stuff that easily have upwards of
Sure.
3,000 hours in that game. so.
There's another one. She's 83. Her name's Shirley Curry.
Shirley Curly.
And I thought this is what. And I just saw Kuipers do the little fist pump to the sky, which is why I wanted to bring her up. She plays Elder Scrolls and streams it.
Yeah.
And she puts her videos on YouTube, and people are like loving it. I guess she's someone to watch. She has over
Supposed to be put into the
700,000
next game or something.
700,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
Hey,
fans
watching
are
her play
petitioning
Elder
to put her in
Scrolls.
it.
Put her in the next game.
Yeah.
Real quick question, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Is she single?
We would have to find out, I guess. I don't know.
Kuipers, are you interested?
I thought you were gonna call back for Trevor there.
No,
Yeah, I was
no.
like,
I was surprised he
what?
didn't pull up the video that was in the article with her talking about
Hmm.
about. She's got a Skyrim shirt on and everything.
She's
Solar
hardcore.
Liquid says I have 300 hours on Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Ooh, impressive.
There you go.
It's a good game.
I think the only game I've probably put more hours into
The
than
original Destiny?
PUBG.
Hmm.
No, that was only about 500.
Okay, sorry. My
no,
bad.
Jeez.
I would say it would have been
I don't have anything close to that.
Black Ops 2. Pretty sure.
What do you think? How many hours do you think?
I thought I got over 800 on that game, but maybe I didn't. Because I don't know. I don't even know. I should look at some point. You're probably looking now, aren't you?
No.
You're looking for your highest played game, longest hours.
I know it's not very. I know it's not very high, but anyways. So Jeremy,
I don't even think I have
Are you-
100 on anything.
are you hoping? I think
Not even No Man's Sky?
no. If I'm
I'm
looking
close.
if I'm looking at Steam, I've got 138 hours in Stardew Valley. That's my-
Wow.
and the second
I had 80. I guess I had like 60
should look
something
then.
in that.
second place for me is 108 hours in Metal Gear Solid 5. But then you got like 101 hours in Just Cause 3. It's
Where do
73
you find
hours
that?
in Fallout 4. 73 hours in
Where
Rust.
do I find under library?
So yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Is that under you and your friends?
It's under your thing.
Or
Anyways,
library.
this makes really interesting content. We should move on. Go be an old person
Okay.
and play.
I had 112 in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's probably my highest.
114 in No Man, 125 in Scum. Oh wow.
Yeah. Solar Liquid says my friend has 2,000 or 3,000 hours in Team Fortress. That makes sense.
That does
Wow.
make sense. Actually.
That game has been around a while too.
Jake Wood says they're heading out early. Have a good night.
See you later. Sorry about your
Yeah.
Amazon shopping cart.
Catch the rest of the episode later.
On the tubes of you. So
Anyway, so gaming's cool for old people.
I think you
and
got a future in streaming, Jeremy.
I think so. I think
As
so.
long as
Give
you
me
can keep
another
that
10 years,
cholesterol
I
down.
think.
Mm-hmm.
But if I live that long.
We've been telling you to stream
I know.
your PUBG and you just won't. So
It's, it's all that setup time.
So we
Doesn't take that
we have a
long.
quick we have a guest contributor to our agenda. I guess we need to go into the admin rights and block off old cast members.
I think so.
From
Yeah.
from contributing to our agenda. But there was one in there under Smith, which would be Nathan, who decided to hijack our agenda and put a story in this week.
And of course, we're going to let him.
Of course, we're just gonna go ahead and read it because we don't. That doesn't happen very often. So the ghost of Nathan is haunting the TUBCAST,
And he normally has had interesting stories that made no sense.
And we were always like, "Wow, I don't know why you pulled this story."
But thanks, Nathan. Did you have a point with that? I thought it was cool.
Thank you very much. Says discovery of 14,000-year-old settlement in Canada could rewrite North American history. Uh-oh.
that's crazy.
Uh-oh.
So it looks like based on analysis of charcoal, they found it's estimated that the settlement was established around 13,600 to 14,000 years ago. Makes it one of the oldest human settlements in North America. It also means it's twice as old as the invention of the wheel, 3 times older than the Pyramid of Giza, and thousands of years before the ice megafauna went extinct. Which it sounds like they're thinking that perhaps there may have been people that had crossed over the connection from Russia to Alaska at that time, where there would have been a much easier way to get there. But that is quite a gap. Kuipers, you said that you talked to Nathan a little bit about this, didn't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Was there anything else that I'm missing in this?
No, that was mainly. I think you mainly got it because
Okay.
the main thing that was kind of interesting was the fact that it dates older than the pyramids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Actually, I think I just found something that's remarkable in this story.
What's that?
And it's something that maybe we all need to think about, for our doomsday plans and
Okay.
your go bag. This might be your destination, especially with all this global warming.
Sure.
It says there's evidence to suggest that the sea level around Triquet Island has remained remarkably stable for 15,000 years throughout the end of the last ice age. Confirms that this area acted as a haven of stability over the millennia. So that means that when it all hits the fan, that's probably the safest place to go.
Okay.
You can maybe live through the next ice age.
There you go.
So,
I guess.
or wait, that's the opposite of global warming.
I guess. Thank you,
Is that-
Nathan.
Yeah.
I
Is that
guess.
close to where the place that's supposed to have the heaviest amount of gravity is? I know there's like a place in Canada that's supposed to have the
Man.
heaviest
That's where they
amount
thought
of-
the whole of the ozone was, right?
All the Canadians,
know.
they
I
get
know.
all the good stuff.
Yeah, health insurance.
Solar
weed.
Liquid says in the chat, the only interesting news I have is Telltale is back. Yeah, that's kind of a loaded statement because I had seen this story earlier this week where it says Telltale Games is being revived. A new attempt to relaunch the episodic adventure
But
company.
it wasn't good to begin with.
They had some games that were all right.
Some people like them. Telltale Games, which was shut down last year, is being revived after its assets were purchased by a company called LCG Entertainment. The new company will sell some of Telltale's back catalog and will work on new games based on a few Telltale associated properties as well as new licenses.
So they think they can make money on some specific licensing that they had.
Yeah. So it'll
We'll
be interesting to see. It's weird because even like when we recovered this story when it was happening, they were like in works with Netflix. They had the Minecraft thing going on there, and I think they were working on a Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like choose your own adventure.
Maybe
type
they just
game.
went
Right.
too broad, too
Which
fast.
sounds like the Stranger Things game rights have been reverted back to Netflix.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what it was. There was a large influx of games, and I think that really, I mean, they're not games for everyone, especially when you're pumping out as many as they did. That it just seemed like they weren't making as much headway with them because not everybody cared the same way that they did when they hit that first hit with The Walking Dead, and people were like, whoa, this is really good.
Yeah.
And not all of the game's stories were as good as that first Walking Dead
They just pumped
game.
too many out. There was
Yeah.
just they got on board with too many IPs, and like they just
Right.
kept pushing out the stuff,
And then it just
there was
it
a
wasn't,
few diamonds in the rough. Like
Yeah.
I
Right.
think the first Walking Dead was an interesting experience. It was new. I think
I
I've
played
heard
the-
that the Borderlands one was really good.
I
never
played the
played
Batman
it.
one.
Batman one was fine.
It was fine.
I'm trying to think of any that I really enjoyed. I
I
think it
doubt-
was the Walking Dead was the only one that I really enjoyed. Was
Yeah,
that first.
I downloaded the Game of Thrones one, never played it because that was free on
So.
PlayStation at some point.
Yep. So, Solar Liquid asks, is Minecraft Netflix still a thing? Yeah, I think it's on there. You can play the Minecraft story mode on Netflix still. All right, that does it for stories. Thanks for sticking around for those. I don't think we have anything in our bag of mail. I don't think.
Sounds
Nope.
about right.
Nobody sent us an email. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send it to us at TUBCAST@minuteatub.com. That's TUBCAST @minuteatub.com. Or you can call us and leave a voicemail. If you call 475-TUB-CALL, that's 475-TUB-CALL.
Give us that call.
Leave us a voicemail. We'll play your voicemail on air, and everyone can listen and enjoy and partake of the merriment. But, big but. There's a big but here. Before
Yeah,
we go,
lad.
I got to get this big but out of the way and say thanks to our Patreon peep. That's right. All this lovely individual and his monthly contribution to help this show stay on track. We do appreciate people who go to Patreon and subscribe. You could do $1, and then the segment could get its original name back. Patreon peeps. But until then, we're grateful for the one we got. Jolliver is our hero, and he can bend us to his will at this point. He's in charge now. Whatever you
I'm
need,
not sure I'm that flexible.
whatever you want us to do, he's our sponsor. Thanks for watching. No, but we do appreciate any support, and if you would like to support, you can go to not Minutub. You can go to patreon.com/Minutub. Subscribe at any amount, any
Yeah, if you're in that-
level.
if you're
$1,
in that chat,
$2,
click that
$3,
link.
$4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,
$20,
$10, $12. I skipped $11.
$1,000. If you want
I could do this all day. $15, $16.
17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah.
Use your imagination. Think of a number you could donate that much a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any number.
$2,456.12. That's what you could donate every month at patreon.com/MinuteTub. If you're interested, we would appreciate the support to help this show maintain its pristine reputation.
It's true.
Indeed.
We would never put gallons of lube on anyone's Alexa
No.
shopping cart. No.
We would never sell bath water from Kuipers.
No.
In a jar.
We would never make a young, innocent man at a Comic-Con convention smell one of Nathan's farts out of a mason jar either.
Nope.
None of those
Wouldn't
things
do
would
that.
ever be done.
Not on this show. It's a
No.
family-friendly, clean, polish, woo, fun time show.
That's true, though, because that was on YouTube. That wasn't on this show.
That's true.
What are you talking about, Jeremy?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Exactly.
What happens on YouTube stays on YouTube.
Or does it?
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
gets copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Until we cause you all to mute your Echo Dots,
Your computers.
next week we'll do that. Just make sure you set a reminder to mute your
That's
Alexa.
one of the other names you
Yeah.
can have it be called. Echo Dot.
Well, that's what it
That's
actually
because
is.
it is.
know,
That's its
but-
name.
Well, you could do. There's other devices, but
Hmm.
the ones I have are dots.
There's dots. There's spots. That's got a little screen on it. It's
Ooh.
nice if you got the video doorbell.
What's the tall one?
That's the tall boy.
The tall big boy.
I think it's just called the Echo.
I think it is.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Echo.
Because that's a dot.
But there was like a medium one, isn't there?
The version 2 of the Dot was smaller than the version 3 of the Dot.
Yeah.
If that mattered.
I think there was a smaller, like, there's an Echo Medium.
Oh, there's also one that you can use to connect your speaker to the Alexa system.
Bye, everyone.
I think the taller one is just the Echo.
See y'all next time.
Later.
Go to the doctor. Get your annual checkup.
Grab your ankles.